Yeah.
Just then to consider the other signing, right? And this is a bit more confusing because, well, really it's because of not knowing exactly where to place Patrick Dorgu and Mateus Cunha, right? So, and I think it's why we have so many different opinions on which position we need to target, right? There are some people that see Dorgu as a left midfielder or left winger, right? And if you think that, then logically what we need this summer is a left back.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas if you see him as a left back, then maybe we need a left winger instead.
Mm-hmm.
And same with Cunha. There are a lot of people, since he started last season, most of our games on the left, a lot of people that see him as a left winger and think we need a striker. Then there are others who see him as a striker, and then maybe see Dorgu as a left winger and then think we need a left back. So it's all interconnected, right?
Yeah.
But I only see us really signing one player.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a left back, could be a left winger, it could be a striker. Which position would you go for out of those? What do you think is the thing that would help us the most?
Okay, so regarding left wing, this is my opinion of what we have on the left wing, and it's interesting listening and seeing people's opinions on this thing. But if Marcus Rashford stays at United, I think he is our number one left winger. I think he's a better left winger than Cunha. Dorgu to me is not a left winger. Dorgu is a wing back. Like he's not a left back necessarily. He's somebody who could play left back. He's not a left winger necessarily. He's somebody who could play left wing. But these are not his positions. For me, he's a wing back. He is a wing back who plays in a back five or in a back three system. I think that's where to me, he's somebody, he's great legs, he gets up and down, he's very strong on the 1v1s. Like he's somebody that you can rely on as a wing back. That's the position that, for me, I look at him and I say, this is the perfect position for you. But so that being said, I don't know, like I have this thing where as a wing back, I would like you to play where you need to play. So if I need you as a left back, then you should be able to play as a left back. If I need you as a left midfielder or left winger, you should be able to play as a left winger. I see Carrick looking at Dorgu more as a left winger. And that being said, and also with Cunha and Rashford, and bear in mind, we have a striker, we have Sesko, and we're looking to offload Xerxes. We still have a Murmur who can play as a striker, Cunha who can play as a striker. We have Chido is a young player, but I think he can come in as well and do a job up front. So for me, the position that we need to look at is someone who can cover Luke Shaw at left back. For me, that's the if we're gonna sign any of those positions, it would be a left back for me.
Okay, and I'm assuming your first choice would also be Lewis Hall.
I mean, he's a good player. Lewis Hall's a really good player, but to me, it's a case of why would I fight Newcastle when they are adamant that they don't want to sell? He's going to cost a lot of money. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's for me. It's a bit of a tough one. I personally wouldn't want to fight Newcastle on that one.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, for me, I understand that perspective. With it's a lot of money. I do like Harry and Mass. I'll say that firstly, right? So
yeah,
if Luke Shaw is the starting left back, and then Harry and Mass is our backup with Dorgu as another option. And then obviously Mazraoui could even play there in certain games.
Oh yeah, that's another guy. I forgot about Mazraoui. Yeah,
I'm cool with that, right? Because I actually rate Harry Amas. I actually think he's short, but I think he's actually physically able to play in the Premier League already.
You say how short is he?
He's quite short. I mean, I'll double check that. But I do watch him and I think he's quite stocky, you know?
Oh, yeah. Okay,
he's strong.
Okay.
He's got that strong center of gravity that kind of allows him, even though he's only 19. Okay, he's 181. So what's that, 5'11"?
That's 5'11",
That's not short. That's not
short. He's not that small.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I'm happy with him, honestly, already. and I'm not someone to rush young players in before they're
Yeah,
physically ready, but I do watch him, and I actually do think he could play. He could play in our team. So
yeah,
I'm I do rate Lewis Hall highly. So I would go for him if we could get him and we're signing a left back. But if not, I'm more than happy to stay with Harry Mass over any other targets because I think he's got the potential to be a really good, like Manchester United level left back in the
yeah.
future. And I don't see many other top options in the market. I've seen us
Okay.
linked with Anthony Robinson, someone like that. I think there's no point spending money on someone like that personally. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that adds much. And your point on Dorgu, I hear you call him a wing back. I don't know. I watch him. I think he's an interesting player because almost his best. I don't see him as a wide player in terms of being comfortable when he has to stick by the touchline. I think
Okay.
he's actually someone who would feel more comfortable if he's able to invert a bit. If he's
Okay. Okay.
coming to the center at times, he is good with in 1v1 duels. Holding onto the ball and winning back is quite good as well.
Yeah.
But holding that strength to hold on to the ball, and progress the ball through that kind of through midfield. I think he's really good at that. And I think as a left back in a structured team, we haven't really had that much, right? In a 4-3-3 where you've got like a left center mid who does the basics of tracking back and holding onto the ball, like a Mason Mount, for example, right?
Yeah.
4-3-3 with Mason Mount as a left center mid, and you got Dorgu left back. I think that's a really good tactical system for someone like Marcus Rashford to thrive.
Yeah. Okay.
So there are, I'm comfy with him as a left back option as well, genuinely.
Mm.
And that's why for me, I would target a left winger. But well, not even a left winger per se, because I see Marcus Rashford as a starter as well. But I see Cunha as a striker. If I see Dorgu more as a left back, I want someone to be an alternative to Marcus Rashford in terms of being more of the subtle creative type than the inside forward running behind. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Rashford can get goals for us. He can link up he can play off a Sesko or off a Xerxes if he's still there or a Cunha and get goals off the left. I want someone who's a bit more like Ahmad on the right. And that's why I want Matthias Mane.
Okay.
Right. I just think he's a special talent. I think he's the type of player that you go for now before you got mad competition
Yeah.
next summer. And that would be my other player. If we can afford that, I'm going for him over anyone. All right. But I'm not pressed, really. I agree with you that Marcus Rashford is the starter on the left this season. And if we get another midfielder, I'm all right, man. I'm actually, Shea Lacey, I was impressed with him in preseason as well. If
Yeah.
he's part of the first team squad as a number 10 or a right option,
Yeah.
as you said, and when we can play up front, we actually have got depth in a sly way.
It's just not. Do you know what it is?
Yeah,
It's just not the depth that the United fans want. United fans wanted the
yeah,
marquee signing, this and
yeah.
that. But
It's
in my,
weird. It's
I just want to make the point that I don't think United fans know enough about other players and watch enough football for them to actually make a claim and say, okay, we want this guy, we want that guy, we want that guy. Like Eddie Anderson, fair enough. We watched him for England at the World Cup and he was a good player. But I just like someone like Andre Santos. I heard, who did I hear say? I heard it was somebody on Talksport say he didn't have he didn't really have a big impact when he was playing during the season. And I'm like, well, I mean, he played very well. Like
yeah.
he's a good player. Like he's a very good player. If you're watching the games, you can see he's a good player.
Yeah, I don't know what you're judging the word impact on.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yes, it's just I've had some conversations and it's like the fans are worried. I'm like, you don't have the right to be worried. Nobody was worried when Amrin was there stinking up the place with his we need the mentality, we need this and that. Nobody was there. Nobody's worried about that. Now we finished third in the league with with Carrick last season, and he's had, like I said, he had the most points last season as a coach when he came in. We were the top performing team, and I understand we have Champions League coming in. We need a bigger squad, but we have, even though we have youngsters, to take the reins. We have players that are ready. In my opinion, they have the mentality. They're ready to come in and ready to do a job when they're called upon. So that's why I'm not worried at all. I don't have any kind of worry about us not signing a midfielder, not signing the left back, because if we do, it will be good. It will be good in terms of improving the depth, but I still think, like you said, the point you made, the depth is still slightly there, with the young players that we have. They haven't had a chance. They haven't, I'd say the only youngster who really had the chance to play was Aiden Heaven over the last few years. And that's because we're playing for three centre backs. Apart from him, nobody else has really had the chance. So I think this is an opportunity for us to integrate these quality young players into the squad. And I have all the confidence in them. Like you said, Harry Amas, I know he didn't play too much last season because he had injuries, but he does look like a good player. And before, the point I was making about us signing left back, I wasn't thinking about. I don't look at the scope of, what do I think? What is my opinion? I look at it like, what do I see Carrick doing in terms of, the way he wants to. And to be honest, I don't think Carrick is worried. I don't think he's worried either. To be honest, about the team, I think he sees plenty of capable players. If the Wilcox and Vivell are looking to sign somebody else, that's cool. If they're not, I think he's looking at the squad like, okay, we have enough. I think we can make it through the season with the players that we have.
I do take your point, because I think what those two signings have done, they've stabilized us.
Yeah.
In a sense that I'm now not worried about not being in the top 4 race or anything like that.
Yeah.
We've made good enough signings there that I think it would take a real disaster for us to be outside the top 4 or 5 this season. So we're there. I think we can now recruit from a position of strength. I know people don't think like that because okay, we've had one third place finish after following a couple of really bad years, but I do think we can now take a step back and go, all right, no panic, no need for panic.
Yeah.
Look for top players.
Yeah.
Look for, in any position we're going for, no need to settle for below standard players. We've got all of those players out pretty much. Ugarte was probably the last one. Maybe I'd say Xerxes. They're who are probably not quite at the level of, Manchester United players, if I say, I feel like everyone else, whether it's as a starter or as a good squad player that we've got left, is at that level. And that's a real position of strength to buy from. I don't want players for the sake of buying players just for depth anymore. No. I want to sign top players. So if there's a world-class left back or, top left back, if there's a top wide creative player, if there's a top striker, and you are playing Cunha on the left and Dogo on the left, and it's you sell Xerxes and you get a striker, I'll be open to that as well. But I want top quality now, and I think that's what takes us from top 4 race to title race. 2 more quality players that give us the depth to compete in 4 competitions. That would be it.